Hello, I'm Noca.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
We're going to have top 5 video of perseverance.
Here are the top 5 terms that we feel best exemplify perseverance.
The first one, Black Plague.
Number 2, Ottoman von Bismarck.
Number 3, Renaissance.
Number 4, Vasco da Gama.
Number 5, David and Goliath.
Okay, tune in. We hope you enjoy.
The Black Death, or the bubonic plague as it is commonly known as, was a deadly disease usually carried by rodents, but fleas were also able to transmit the disease to people. Once people were infected, an outbreak of the bubonic plague spread across China in the early 1330s. Due to China being one of the largest trading nations, it was a matter of time before the plague had spread to the rest of Europe and Asia. 3 ways the Black Plague relates to perseverance is by 1. The ability of the Black Plague virus to efficiently evolve and kill most of Europe and Asia's population without the ability to overcome genetic inferences. It wouldn't have become as successful of killing as we can recollect now. 2. Those who were able to survive were able to overcome obstacles of death and disease and continue to go on with their lives. 3. The determination of many to continue to rebuild cities after a severe decline in the population. In my perspective, I would rank the Black Plague first when exemplifying perseverance because perseverance is shown through both ends of the spectrum to successfulness of the disease and the strong will of the people.
In my perspective, that Otto von Bismarck ranks second when exemplifying perseverance by his ongoing efforts to unify Germany. He is the Russian statesman and the prime minister who starts molding an empire and unified dominated Germany. He excluded Russia and made Germany into a powerful empire under Russian leadership. His perseverance is shown by spending 9 years to unify Germany and without giving up.
The Renaissance, its literal meaning, the rebirth, was a time period in European civilization that started as a cultural movement in Italy in the late medieval period and later spread to the rest of Europe, marking the beginning of an early modern age. The way in which the Renaissance relates to perseverance are as follows. 1. The Renaissance was a time that witnessed the discovery and exploration of new continents. Without the factor of perseverance resonating in the numerous explorers that resided in the Renaissance era, we would not have gained the initiative to explore the world before them and or overcome the obstacles that would come to face them. 2. The plethora of new scientific theories that fought to be accepted in their communities. Without perseverance, many theories we would have come to rely on today would not be known as globally as they are. 3. The inventions and or applications of powerful inventions such as paper, printing, etc. Without perseverance, many would lack the initiative to innovate their world and continue to affect our world today. I would rank the Renaissance at number 3 because in my perspective, it does exemplify perseverance, but not to the full extent that the first 2 other terms do.
Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama left the Concord on 29 August 1498. He fell initially into north along the India coast and then anchored in Androva Island for a spell. They finally struck out of their island Indian Ocean cross on 3 October 1498. Sailing with the summer Mason wind, it had taken da Gama fell only 23 days to cross the Indian Ocean. Now, for a return trip, sailing against the wind, it takes 132 days. Sailing out in April 1524 with a fleet of 14 ships, Vasco da Gama took as his flagship famous large Concord Santa Catarina to Mount Senia on her last journey to India. Along with 2 of his sons, after the terrible journey, he arrived in India in September, but Gama contracted malaria not long after arriving and died in the city Cochin on Christmas Eve in 1524, 3 months after his arrival. Vasco da Gama, in my perspective, ranks fourth when impartiality perseveres still his ongoing effort by showing Concord's fifth and overcoming members of backs when finding a direct record from Europe to India.
The story of David and Goliath is the story of how a brave man named David defeated a giant called Goliath. David didn't have any armor or weapons with him. He just had a sling and a rock. I think that the story of David and Goliath is ranked at number 5 in perseverance. Number 1 is that David had perseverance when fighting Goliath because he didn't care about how much smaller he was or if he had armor or not. He never gave up. Number 2, David showed perseverance because even though everyone didn't think he would be able to stand a chance fighting him, he never stopped trying. And number 3, even though Goliath had acromegaly, he was still much bigger and way more stronger than David. David never let it get in his way and he kept fighting. With David's perseverance and determination, he was able to beat Goliath, and David used perseverance to his best advantage.